Welcome back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's been a long time. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you guys doing? It's been we haven't vlogged since the beginning of January. And it is now March 16th.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. So we went back and watched our last vlog because we're like, we don't even remember
Where we were, where we left you all.
So we're just gonna jump right into it. So back in January, we had that third beta. You heard all of our stuff. Fourth beta, we ended up going in that Tuesday. It was lower than the Sunday one, and we ended up following the beta all the way down to zero. So that's classified as another chemical pregnancy.
Yep.
And the plan was, okay, we weren't going to go again the next cycle. We were just going to wait for the period, there was some blood work they could do beforehand, and then the rest of the blood work and another sonogram would happen after.
Just some more testing, making sure everything else looked fine, that nothing was manifesting. Or...
Yeah, because they thought, like, oh, they're trying to check off all the boxes to make sure there isn't something they're missing. And
right.
Every blood work that we've had has to come back normal.
Fine, all fine.
Even this past time with the progesterone, not progesterone, the prolactin. I've been talking about prolactin for the past 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, so the prolactin that they did to check, it came back above the first time, and then came back the lowest.
Above average. So it can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always just a little bit above. So they do an in-depth test, and in that in-depth test, it shows that it's not.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. And this time when they did the in-depth, it was the lowest ever that we've had in any of our prolactin tests.
In a good way.
In a good, that's a number you want to keep low.
Right.
When you're not pregnant. And so, anyways, it is day 73.
It's day 73.
I still have not bled. I thought I was actually going to bleed this morning. I was like, oh, I think I'm spotting. So I went to dance and I was like so excited, came home and no, nothing. Still nothing. So we're still, so let's talk about what's happened in the past 73 days.
There's been a lot. So right after the beta came all the way down to zero, we had to put down our sweet little kitty Muffy.
Yeah, our boy.
He had lymphoma. We knew he was sick. He was diagnosed in the fall right when we were moving, and he lived a very good life. But it was,
and that for people know if you
if you're a pet, if you have pets, you know how awful it is, and it was truly awful.
So we were grateful to have had the time and energy to focus solely
on dealing with that.
On him, and actually. Literally the next day, our other cat, Princess, had surgery because she had big dental things that were put on the back burner because of Muffy's issues. And then they found a lump and they did a biopsy. So then 2 weeks after that, after her dental surgery where they took out 5 teeth,
the biopsy was on her leg. They found a lump on her leg, and the leg, it came back that it was an aggressive form of cancer.
2 cats with cancer, like how?
An aggressive form of cancer, and that the only way to ensure that they get it all was to amputate her leg.
Which was a whole thing.
So I'm apparently am an anomaly. I have never interacted with a 3-legged dog or cat.
Which are the cutest animals in the world.
I was devastated. I was devastated. Anyway, that happened.
Yep, and now we have a healthy, 3-legged, hop-along, adorable little cat.
She's all good. But that was pretty intense.
Yeah. So
that was pretty intense.
It was like the vet is going on a great vacation because of us. I'm pretty sure with everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so all that happened. We had a leak in the pipe, a leak in the basement.
Yep.
Pipe leak.
A pinhole leak, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
But ended up finding a whole bunch of things wrong with our copper pipe and had
to get that replaced.
But getting that replaced, our fridge now works. Now water.
We have one of those fridge where you can get the filtered water. It's a luxury.
Pros and cons.
It's a luxury. So. Yeah, so we're just waiting still. We're still waiting.
We're still waiting.
We are still pursuing all the de-stressing activities possible.
And
so that's where the last video left off, was we were digging into anti-anxiety, anti-stress things, and we are still there.
Yeah. On recommendation of a friend of ours, I went to a LGBT PCP, one who specializes in LGBT needs, because I was looking for a place who wouldn't just be like, what's that? What are you, like, I was just tired of explaining our relationship.
Yeah.
So I really appreciated finding a practice, and they were great, and they have, with the PCP, they have a psychologist on hand, and after talking through about what's been going on, and they really did suggest that I start on Zoloft, and that's hard. I cried the entire day. It's hard to, it's hard to be on a medication. I've had a bumpy road with that, and so
Absolutely.
I have a push-pull about, I think we all have stories about mental health and how we process and work through that, and but
we've talked, I think watching that video gave good perspective, because when you've tried everything, and we've been no one can say that effort wasn't no one can say that we haven't tried almost everything possible, everything within our power to de-stress, and when it's not working, you need some help. It's no different than breaking an arm and taking pain medication. It's the same thing. It's a circumstantial, it's medication just for now, completely within her control. How and when if she's uncomfortable, she can say, I'm done.
Yeah, and if I thought that taking all these fertility medications wasn't messing with my body,
right?
This confirms it now. Like the fact that my period hasn't come,
right?
And I've always been regular,
right?
Right. 73 days, like, come on.
Well, a year and a half of up and down medications, 6 tries, 3 pregnancies. That's what the year was.
Yeah.
Of course it affects your body.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
Yes. And so I think that's helped me get much more clarity for, because I think even listening into the last video, it was like, okay, yeah, that's when we started CBD, or that's when we're taking Benadryl, and I was like, we've done all these things, and anxiety is still high. I absolutely can keep using all my managing techniques and my groups and my therapists, but if I'm still
getting the same outcome,
if I'm still at that threshold, if I'm still having panic attacks, then that means that something else needs to come into play.
Right.
So
and so we're
starting that on Monday. So
yep. But other than that, we're okay. We're doing good. We tap danced in the kitchen on Sunday.
Tap dance. We get into the video.
Yeah.
Here.
5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo! Beautiful. Good job, you. Good sweaty job.
Weren't we great? So,
Good job, us.
So we've been trying to have date nights and take time for us, and because we're like, if we are on a physically imposed break, we should feel like we're on a break.
Right. Let's enjoy it. So we're on our way up to visit Kate's grandma. For St. Patrick's Day. We're gonna go up and
celebrate.
Do some celebrating.
Listen to some great music, see family.
Yeah.
Tradition, absolutely. But I tell you, it's been a time. 2019.
Woo! What doesn't kill ya, right?
It's just funny because, like, in the last video, I was like, God, I can't stop bleeding. And so now the next video is like, God, I can't bleed.
Hashtag careful what you wish for.
Careful what I wish for. I might be a vampire because I talk about blood all the time. Either having it or not having it.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
My goodness. Well,
Okay.
we're
doing okay though. We're hanging in. I think that was everything.
Yeah, so eventually, theoretically, I will bleed. Oh,